Yes. Yeah. So, well, I might as well just make my channel the internet update channel. Um, yeah. So anyway, so I'm looking at checking out checking the pulse on what's the story of the day. Making sure that a nuclear bomb didn't go off in Israel or something. By all appearances, no nuclear bomb has yet to have gone off in Israel or in the Middle East or whatever they call it. So there's that. That hasn't happened. And outside of that, man, there really isn't much going on. So I'm trying to get a pulse on what's the flavor of the day, and like there ain't nothing. It's all politics. So because there's nothing, I decided to catch up on what does Richie from Boston have to say in the last couple of days, and because that's all there is. That's about it. And yeah. And anyway, so it's the same old kind of storylines. It's the same old things. Richie from Boston is totally shocked. This is what was piqued my interest more than anything and got me laughing. Like, it's just ridiculous. So, and because this is it, like, this is what there is. I mean, that's it. On your favorite free speech platform, that's the best you're gonna get in the last couple of days is Richie from Boston. So so what it is oh yeah, so Richie from Boston is very shocked. He cannot believe that people would think that Trump and Elon Musk is on their side. All these people that are celebrating that Trump won or whatever. So Richie cannot believe that people would actually drink the Kool-Aid that Trump is on their side and that Elon Musk is on their side. And this is what made me laugh is like, well, let's just apply that for fun, just on many other levels. Let's say you're working class. If you're a working class citizen, for you to believe that the middle class is on your side is delusional. The only reason that the middle class, so-called middle class, supports the working class is because the middle class wants someone to flip their hamburgers and clean their toilets and all this other stuff. So I mean, you can go on and on about this story of like, I can't believe all you people think that Trump is on your side. Well, take any any echelon or group of people in the financial sector. If you're working class, the middle class isn't on your side, and you got all these people that somehow believe that people are coming together and uniting and stuff, that the middle class care about the working class. The only reason that the middle class care about the working class is so that the middle class has somebody to mow their lawns and trim their hedges and paint their houses and clean their toilets and install their plumbing and et cetera, while the middle class, so-called middle class, might I add, just sits around and does nothing and lives just a little bit better than the working class. Now, if you're like lower class, well, then why would you believe that anybody is on your side? Like, you think the working class is on your side if you're lower class? No, you're just a burden. to society. You're the welfare queens, etc., etc. And then, of course, the middle class isn't on your side. Or, I mean, I did that pyramid. I can draw these. Diagrams over and over and over again. Who is on your side? If you're like lower class, who's on your side? Is the working class on your side? Well, if you were to look at it realistically, no. At large, in general, the working class is not on your side. The working class hates you. To them, you're just a lazy, mentally ill, drug addicted, criminal, vagrant, degenerate, blah blah blah, welfare queen, blah blah blah. And there again, if you're a working class, you think the middle class is on your side? No, they just want somebody to that they can lord over, to tell you what to do. The middle class will always be telling the working class what to do. And so it goes on and on. The upper middle class, they're not your. Who is this? What are you talking about when we're talking about sides? Like, you think anybody gives a shit about you at all? If you're middle class, you think the upper middle class gives a fuck about you at all? No. See, they've already got the whole thing in the bag, dude. They got the masses believing that some people are better than others. Some people are more worthy of basic needs like food, water, shelter than others. It's all over. It's over. There is no sides anymore. There are no sides. There is no us versus them. It's over, dude. This whole idea of, I can't believe that you people think that Trump is on your side and that Elon Musk. Who? Which side are you talking about? Again, look around you. What do you see? People breaking off into warring factions, each group saying to the other, we're right and you're wrong. And it's like endless. You've got endless factions. The underclass, the lower class, the middle class, the upper middle class, the upper class, the master class. You've got the maskers versus the unmasked, the vaxxed versus the unvaxxed, gender wars, women versus men, gay people versus straight people. What are you even talking about when you're saying, I can't believe that you people think that Trump is on your side? Like, what side are you talking about? I mean, I'm not trying to blackpill people, but when a person is talking, they should be clear about what they're saying. Who are you? Whose side is Richie from Boston on? You think Richie from Boston fights for the only reason Richie from Boston cares about the working class is because Richie from Boston wants somebody to repair his car when it breaks down and flip his hamburgers when his fat ass rolls up to McDonald's. He wants the hotel maids to make sure his hotel is clean because Richie from Boston is doing such important work. You really think that Richie from Boston cares about the working class? You really think Richie from Boston cares about the lower class, like, or the underclass, like all these fucking displaced people all over the country? You think Richie from Boston really truly cares about the displaced Helene victims from Hurricane Helene? They're all homeless now. The majority of those people that are homeless, they're going to slip through the cracks and they're just going to be homeless and just disappear. Nobody's going to be tracing their existence. What happened to, these thousands of displaced? They don't care. None of these people fucking care. They're trying to act like that it's like the voters versus the non-voters, or the Trumpers versus all the people that are awake, so-called awake people. What are you even taught? What does that even mean, awake? Awake to what? To Richie from Boston? He's the big guy, right? Unbelievable. Like, it's all just unbelievable. So, it just reminds me of the Lord of the Rings mythos, the Lord of the Rings archetypes, the Ents, the Fangorn. I'm not on anybody's side. Like, what side are you even talking about? The working class versus the underclass? Or the middle class versus the underclass? The middle class versus the working class? The upper middle class versus the middle class? The upper class versus the middle class? The master class versus the underclass? Which side are you talking about? It's the stupidest thing, dude. I can't believe that these people's credibility is so fucking shot, and they're just like, they're not. It's all gibberish. It's fucking Babylon, dude. These people, they just speak a bunch of Babylonian gibberish. I can't believe that you think that Trump is on your side. Like, what side are you even talking about? You think that Richie from Boston gives all you are to Richie from Boston is somebody that's going to click on his links so that he can get a kickback from, all these people. It's all bullshit. Every last aspect of it. Like, where is it not bullshit? Where is there not bull? It's all bullshit. It's unbelievable. Which side are you people even talking about? There is no side. There is no side, dude. But yet, even though this is the case, these guys they'll just all day, every day, on and on and on about how there's some side. What are you talking about? And this is the state of everything. These are the people we have to look up to. There is no sides happening here. The majority of people are likely sleeping with the enemy, like I was 2 years ago. You don't even know what is going on. You have no idea what in the fuck is going on. Yeah. So, I mean, I could just go on and on about this, but what good does it do? Because, this is what people want. They want to hear about how there's some side, and it's, who? It's like, it's unbelievable. I feel like I'm living the existence of an ant. I'm living the existence of what it would be like to be an ant in Middle Earth during the Lord of the Rings shit. Like, the ants were really the only ones who had it right all along. I'm not on anybody's side. What is all this side shit that team middle class versus Bill Gates and the welfare queens, Team middle class versus the Bill Gates and the welfare queens. That's what this war is all about. What a pathetic, like, who except for the most lowest IQ motherfuckers would be involved in that? Only the dumbest, and that's what you got, dude. That's what it is. It's just masses and masses of extremely low IQ people that'll just fight whatever, They're just itching to fight because they're so tired of playing Call of Duty. They're ready for the real thing now. If you're a working class, the so-called middle class are not on your side. They just want you to clean their toilets. That's it. So they'll pretend that they're your friend because they don't want to clean their toilets, dude. Like, you seriously haven't figured this out at all. Well, they certainly don't want you to figure it out. They certainly do not want you to figure that out. That's why they never talk about class as an issue. And whenever it's brought up, you're automatically accused of being a Marxist. That's Marxist economics. Marxist economics. If you even bring up the class warfare, that's Marxism. He's a communist. Then again, if you bring it up with it doesn't matter. You're either a communist or a fascist. You bring it up to the communists, they'll call you fascist because communists don't. They want this. The communists are the same as the fascists. They both want the same thing. They want slaves to clean their toilets. And they'll sell their grandma out to get as big of a piece of pie as they can. Like, there is no integrity or morality or ethics in any of this. That's why they never talk about class at all. Because the only people that it would benefit to address the issue of class is the underclass, the lowest echelons. Those are the only people that would benefit, and nobody wants that. Everybody wants those people to continue suffering because then they have someone to feel superior to, and they have someone to clean their toilets. So it will never be none of this discussion will ever be based in reality. It will always be based on the self-interest of those who have more power. The middle class have more power than the working class. The middle class have more power than the underclass. The upper middle class have more power than the middle class. And it's a pyramid scheme. That's all the whole fucking thing is a massive pyramid scheme. And, again, going back to, I can't believe that you guys think that Trump is on your side. Which side are you talking about? What do you mean? Whose side? Whose side is Richie from Boston? I can't believe that you people think Richie from Boston is on your side. If you're working class, all you are to Richie from Boston is a maid to clean his hotel room because he's so important. He's got to be putting out. He's a truther. You're just a maid to clean his toilets and make his bed and fill up his gas tank, and you're nothing to him. Are you on Richie from Boston's side? Which side are we talking about when we're talking about, I can't believe all these people think that Trump is on their side? What side? I don't. Like I said, that's pure just Babylonian gibberish. That's all it is Babylonian gibberish. It doesn't even mean anything. What does that even mean? I can't believe all you people think Trump is on your side. What does that even mean? Well, if you're following what I'm saying here, that doesn't even mean anything at all. That means absolutely nothing. Like, there's so many factions, broken off factions of groups of people all screaming at each other that one is right and the other is wrong everywhere, in everything, in the sewing circles, at the whatever you name it. It's all a big a three-ring circus sideshow, as Tool puts it in the song Enema. It's a three-ring circus sideshow. Unfortunately, it's even more complex than that. It's like a well, I guess if you want to simplify it, yeah, the master class, the middle class, and the underclass. There's your three rings. I'm not on anyone's side because nobody's on my side.